We're now in the 4th division here of League of Empires. So a bit of a switch of pace from the previous 1st division game with Russia F. That's not to change the fact that we have some fun games over our hands. So we're seeing Arena here. If we have any Shikari or raiding party players in chat, they could probably reveal whose home map it is, because as usual, I forgot to check that. But the map is Arena. And let's just go straight into it and see what kind of civilizations they're going for. Mencho Baba in the pocket here for Shikari, isn't it? Yeah, for Shikari with Kimber. Seen on Arena a lot. You have such an easy transition through the ages with Kimber, not needing to build any buildings to unlock other production or ages or whatnot. So with Kimber you could go comfortably to the feudal and castle ages, even without ever building a lumber camp or mining camp or mill if you wanted to, but that's generally not the case. They would of course build a lumber camp and mill, but then not necessarily needing, for example, the blacksmith market to go to the castle age. So advantage for Khmer there, they can easily pull off a straight fast castle of 13.5 minutes and still be able to place 3 TCs going into the boom. They have strong cavalry and strong siege as well. So the right hand side here is Rectus with the Celts. Amazing siege civ. Pretty decent infantry as well, moving faster. So that can come into play. Probably very solid halberdiers in fighting versus cavalry. And also great booming potential in the fact that they collect wood faster. And then finally Knosper Bacon with the Burmese here, an infamous arena civilization. Famous for their double castle Armby, the unique unit that has a ranged attack of 17 with before becoming elite, and could easily break enemy walls and buildings and whatnot, and raid with the mobility on all 3 enemies as needed. Yes, Paul, on the old patch, the thing about the downgrader is that it goes not responding when you click start. But then it's still working actually, and then it's just you just need to wait for it to tell you that the downgrade is complete. It's a bit weird that the downgrade is slow like that, but at least the upgrade is much more smooth, so it's a lot easier to get back into the current version afterwards. A bit unlucky sheep kill there for Knosper Bacon. Oh, we have raid. No, raid I said. We have Palm! 4 months! Founding member on my channel. Opting in for more of these Angry Housewives emotes. I like it. Much appreciated. Much appreciated, my friend. Those will also go into the pool of my current open season tournament, where some of a portion of the subs and donations go into the total prize pool. So that's going to benefit more than just me. Let's see for the other team. We have Moin here in the pocket position, playing as the Lithuanians. I'm just stating for the record that this is the previous patch. So Lithuanians, they are not broken here. They only get those maximum 4 relics bonus and will play out as they should be. It's still a +4 potential attack for Knights and Cavalier and Paladin and whatnot, and Lightis, their unique unit. So Lithuanians want to contest the relics for sure. Let's have a look to the right hand side. For Diff Tom here on the right flank is with the Burmese as well. So we have Burmese on either flank here. That could be a bit funny. It's going to come down to who is more efficient with that castle drop build order. If you want to place it forward or at home, if you want to go 1 castle or 2 castles straight away. What population do you go up on? So many questions here. I mean, you'd see Burmese going up to the castle age at 32 population to have more economy to sustain production out of the 2 castles they build straight away, or almost straight away in the castle age, to boost the iron by production. And, well, going to stone already though, so it's definitely going to be a castle play here from Diff Tom as well. And finally, though, on the left side flanks, we have Fingolfin with the Turks here. So, Turks prone to go fast Imperial Age on Arena. They can do so with, I think, 32 or 34 population or something, and reach the Imperial Age by around 20 minutes, and then use the fact that they get chemistry instantly, and start producing bomber cannons and hand cannoneers just like that, as long as you have the siege workshops and archery ranges up. That's not to say they're not decent in the castle age either. You could still make a defensive castle and go into Janissaries and the siege push, for example. But given that Fingolfin is up against Burmese here, that means that Burmese are going to be later to the castle, most likely, but they will have a castle up inside their base. So siege push probably not an option here on this side. But I'm curious to see what Fingolfin goes for. He's placing. Let's see. Oh, come on. 8 Dark Age farms for now. We'll see how that progresses. Did go to the Feudal Age at 27 pop though, so probably more of a conventional fast castle here. And Venturebaba says this is the home map of Raiding Party. That's good to know. Then I know the next one is the home map of Shikari here as well. 4 on gold for Fingolfin though, and placing more farms could still be a fast imp style play here, actually. I'll be curious to follow that. We have some players going up here. Diff Tom with the Burmese as well, with the 27 pop. And Venturebaba on the way to the castle age here with Khmer with that 23 pop, which is, as mentioned earlier, possible to pull off with Khmer on close maps like Arena, because you save so much wood and time not needing any prerequisite buildings to get your next age researched. Here comes the market, and probably the blacksmith somewhere for Knosper bacon. There we go. So that walking time there is actually going to result in the blacksmith going up a little bit later. So even if Knosper bacon has the resources needed for a direct cast H click, that little movement time there is going to delay the uptime by just a few seconds. Some things to think about. You want to have your 2 villagers building the market and one building the blacksmith, but you want to start it right away once you reach the castle age, because otherwise you lose precious seconds. It's only a matter of seconds, obviously, but still it's going to have its say on the castle age upclick, which didn't quite happen yet for Knosper Bacon, but now on the way, yeah. Fingolfin with some house walls behind here, maybe a little bit afraid of Arambai breaking through here. The castle age is going to happen at 29 pop here, so still a conventional castle age, dropping in barracks here after those houses, and we'll be going into some scouts or knights or camels, light cap knights or camels from map control here. Such a BM move here by Rectus with the Celts here, moving forward with an outpost to gain some scouting intel inside of Diff Tom's base, and also committing this one outpost building villager to lane this gold. It's not going to make any difference on Arena, honestly, because you still have your main gold and one side gold inside of your walls. It's just going to be a slight annoyment later on. Walling in the gate. I love it. Yeah, it's not BM at all. It's just kind of weird. It's actually laming Rectus more than the enemy, committing one villager to this. Fingolfin on point here to see if a castle is going up on Knosper Bacon's side. I don't think he'll have line of sight enough to see it though, but we can check. Maybe he does. Yeah, okay. So 1 castle for Knosper Bacon, it seems. Let's see their stone count here. Soon going to be another one. However, they come with a little bit more smooth or more insistent build here for the 2 castles. Dropping both castles right away. And the advantage of dropping both at home is that you have some defense against early rushes if someone breaks in. And you could just send the villagers straight back to work without thinking twice about it. And not to mention, you'll have 2 castles to produce iron by from. Look at the eco situation though, it's 5 TCs and 5 TCs for both teams here. So, both pockets in full boom mode, it seems. Kuradas, I will be casting the second game as well, yes. We just did this strat once in a ranked game just before this match. We don't play arena, we hate it. I couldn't agree more, I hate arena as well. But we'll see how it turns out. Double castles, not bad. It's Knosper Bacon, okay. Knosper Bacon, good to know. Knosper. Wouldn't know how to pronounce it, and just the way it's spelled leads me in the direction of German immediately. Or a German pronunciation. Ranges from Rectus here. I'm guessing that's a means to defend off against the against the Iron Buy here. And it's not the worst call, also not the best, but counters against Iron Buy are limited. Crossbows will do alright as well. But yeah, we'll do what we can. Hello, the Iceberg Man. Hope you recovered from playing against Adal the other day in the random sim event. Iron Buy about to break through here, going to keep Rectus a little bit busy holding off the aggression here. But will it be enough those stone walls going up? The Iron Buy numbers are only going to increase here. But look at the skirmishers coming in from behind here. Elite skirms at that for the Celts player. And I think they got a kill there. So that's some nice defense from the outside there from Rectus. Probably explains why you wanted to build the ranges semi-forward here. Yeah, it was a tough matchup to be seeded up against a 1700 player for you, of course. So I'm glad you just took it with a smile and had fun still. Iron Buy on the move from Knosper Bacon on the other side here. It's 17 of them now, so the number's certainly there. It's 19 to 20, pretty equal numbers here. Will Diftom come to help, though? Probably has to here, because Fingolfin is indeed going for the fast imp approach here. He is in the Imperial Age with hand cannoneers. I'd say hand cannoneers with their 7 range shouldn't do too bad against Iron Buy though, but you need a much larger mass than this though, because yeah, they'll just run close to you and take you out. Bomber cannon goes down as well, and the raids are real here. We even have more Iron Buy numbers here for Knosper Bacon over Diftom here with 23. So let's see how they solve this. Do they patrol into this, or do they try some hit and run micro here? Diftom definitely with the patrol here and gets rewarded for that. Does get a couple of kills here. Just get me a moment here to minimize my game, because I think that's affecting the performance of Capture Age a bit. A Monk is on the field to get the conversion. Will get the conversion, I think. That's the longest conversion ever. No, no insta conversion luck for Fingolfin, unfortunately. And the Iron Buy masses of Knosper Bacon are officially dealt with. Look at the numbers now. We have 12 Iron Buy against 24. Twice the numbers for Knosper Bacon here. We see the markets being used to great extent here as well. It's all going down in Fingolfin's base though. Some more Iron Buy from Knosper Bacon forward. That is dangerous. It's just going to risk losing more numbers here. And even with a steady flow, more units here, Difton will be keeping the numbers advantage for a while yet. TC in and I'm sorry to say, but very questionable spot here for Venture Baba, right up against the stone markets and houses here. This is going to be rather inefficient. But hey, you could still mine the stone and you could produce villagers out of this 4th and 5th TC, so maybe an amazing Khmer boom can save the day here. Thanks for the follow to French O as well. Just made TC to garrison. Okay, defensive TC it is then. I guess I would agree with that approach since you're up against Masked Iron Buy. So, bombard cannons again. Let's see if Ingolfin can get a hit. Oh, that's a beautiful hit. Gets 2 iron by there with some next level bombard cannon micro here. Hits attack ground, not working there though. It's a bit of a dodgeball going on here on Fingolfin's side. And the iron by not allowed to get close, although they could just run around here. But the dodges of Knusper Bacon though, it's good work here to not take any of these cannon shots. But the siege workshop goes on, so this is going to be the one and only bomber cannon for Fingolfin. Look at the economy, though. We have Moin with a very solid Lithuanian boom in the pocket, but Fingolfin, economy-wise, very much out of the game here. I see some blue presence on the map, just houses in the middle of nowhere. Lithuanians collecting relics. Meanwhile, let's see the relic count here, if there's any progress here. Yep, 3 relics for Moin already. That's going to be the 4th one, and that means some seriously dangerous knights and paladins later on. What I feel like now is that Knusper Bacon and their team is spending a little bit too much time on Fingolfin here. Remember, Fingolfin is only at 16 villagers. He will be dependent upon receiving Sling to be able to produce consistently here. Just look at the economy of Fingolfin, nothing whatsoever. Quite a while ago already, Knusper Bacon should have considered using the mobility of the Iron Buy to move onto the pocket and make sure that Lithuanians don't get the free boom over here, because we have 4 TC boom here for Moin. They're also collecting relics rather freely here. That should be the relic number 4, so that's full +4 attack bonus for the Lithuanians already. Both pockets are getting the free boom though, so it's hard to justify who gets the better end of the deal here. It's multiple TCs up for Knusper Bacon now, and still only one for Difton, I believe. So long term, at least, Knusper Bacon and Venture Baba are maybe in the better spot. We have some Iron Buy movement in Venture Baba's base though, and we're looking at a 29 Iron Buy total. At this point, you should just consider letting Fingolfin die or flee and then find other spots to focus on. And right now, Difton is making the good call to try and punish the enemy pocket instead of the flanks here, because Venture Baba has been pretty much untouched in the game so far. Not really contributing any army, just a few elite skirms here now. It's not going to be enough to hold off the units here. But the defensive TCs definitely pay off here for Venture Baba. They're up against resources, yes, but you could also garrison villagers inside and try and pick off Iron Buy that way while saving villagers. Should have a look at the idle economy count here, though. Lots of idle TC time for Venture Baba, but that's those 2 extra TCs as well that aren't necessarily providing villagers. Already 132 villagers for Venture Baba. Doesn't really need any more for Imperial Age to sustain the production. Cavalier on the way for the Khmer player as well as Cavalier for the Lithuanians. I think I favor the battle elephants approach more here from Enjababa if the economy allows it, because the Lithuanians cavaliers will always be stronger and have the potential to become paladin. Arabai Mats is going down here though. Fingolfin at 5 5 builders and 1 military now. This is going to be a very heroic hand cannoneer doing work here now. Fingolfin did escape with some builders though, is trying a bit of a reboom over here. And will have to rely on his teammates to close up this game. Was planning his corp, but failed. Okay, yeah, that makes sense. I mean, Khmer Hussar raids could still obstruct the enemy quite a bit. But right now, given that Lithuanians have this ridiculous bonus for their cavaliers soon to be paladin immediately here for raiding party, I kinda like raiding party's position more here, even with Fingolfin more or less out of the picture here. Now what Shikari could consider doing is extending into Fingolfin's base here and try and get some more resource output here. Now Yellow gets to be both pocket and flank. How lucky is that? Yeah, if you get a good Lithuanian's boom going here, and you're gonna enjoy that quite a lot. So much gold and stone to be taken here now that Fingolfin's base is history. It's also fascinating to see the overall stats here though, because Shikari, yes, they have the villagers and military lead, but there's still some potential for the army strength of Moin, considering that Ventrobaba has been dropping stables mainly here. We see the siege workshop going up as well though, and let's have a look at the economy disposition here. Looks like Moin is doing a better job at keeping everything producing going into... What are they going into now? Skirmishers? Or is it for the castles, maybe? I'm confused. Maybe fletching for the castles. Where are Fingolfin's villas? They are here. 3 of them, anyway. I think there's 2 still gathering wood here as well. Oh, Rectus, you're so rude. These guys were just earning their much needed wages here. Don't go for the defeat here, just... There's not much to salvage from Fingolfin here, unfortunately. A big run-in the middle here now. Looks like a huge numbers lead for raiding party though. Cavaliers running into each other. Elite skirms on the field as well. So looking at the civilizations here, actually, what Ventrobaba actually could consider going here up against Arambai is going for the Arbalest, because Burmese they only get they get shitty archers line units. Celts get crossbow, but that's about it. But Ventrobaba, being Khmer, does get the Arbalest, no thumb ring. But Arbalest, honestly, the best option against Arambai. Then again, you'll have lots of extremely strong +7 attack Lithuanians paladins on the field, and there's tough to stop that. Unless Ventrobaba can go fully into helps now, which seems to be in progress here. With more stables. We're going to outnumber the Lithuanians with our Khmer boom here. Yeah, stable's definitely the wrong approach from Khmer here. Siege could be okay with mass siege. But yeah, I guess Halb is the better call here. The Arambai will still slaughter Halbs, but the numbers aren't that crazy for Diftom at this stage, and it would help a lot against the paladins here. Some middle position being taken by Rectus here. 2 castles to protect his middle gold. Really starving for gold by Rectus, it seems. Fingolfin not really in a spot to reboom, it seems. Is he just going to able the market to maybe facilitate trade for the teammates? Who knows? And there's not many places to go here, dropping the TC now, so reboom will be happening for Fingolfin though. Hello Magnolia! League of Empires 4th Division hype indeed. And Shikari versus Raiding Party. Paladin numbers worryingly large here now, 48 of them total. Some Trebs entering the field as well. Should be trebbing now these castles, no problem. Treb stands undefended though, so Menchobaba takes good advantage of the situation and focuses down the Trebuchet. Will be losing even the Halberdiers here against the Lithuanians' power Paladins though. Not sure where to focus now. We have some Hussars raids with success here from Menchobaba. Shouldn't underestimate the Hussar raid potential of Khmer if you can, especially if you can make openings and really mess up the enemy's economy. But given all the paladins on the field, all they need to do for raiding party here is to break through the breach the enemy sides and just raid their ecos to death. That's the thing here, Celts. They haven't really been taking many hits here, Shikari, so they are still in a good spot economy-wise. Imperial Age on the way for the Burmese player as well. That could even, you could even consider going into the Burmese battle elephants. That's weird as it sounds, but that would be one of their stronger options. Burmese have fantastic halberdiers as well. Actually, maybe that's a better call to go for the Burmese halberdiers here and let Menchobaba take into something else like siege to take down structures or something, and have the Burmese player provide the siege. Not invest into armbuy, but go for halberdiers with that +3 extra attack that Burmese infantry units get. I think that could work out a bit here. The armbuy number does warrant an elite armbuy upgrade though. We have 58 armbuy here for Knosper Bacon, and that should slay most of the options on the field here. Would even slay paladins with that range and hit and run potential here, but given that the numbers are almost equal here between the players, I think Moin would still win this with the relic paladins here. 4 relics for Moin, so full relic advantage for the Lithuanians. I think there's a halberdier somewhere in with these hussars, because they're not really running fast here. If you mix in the wrong unit with your group, they will move slower. Could be my performance a little bit here as well. But lots of things going on here now in this 3v3 between Shikari and Raiding Party. Castles being focused down by Moin here. Difton with a significant number by as well, but less than Shikari. All players in the Imperial Age now, and yeah, I'm not sure where this is going. We have elite armbuy on the way for, or just kicking in for Knosper Bacon here, so that should bode for some real raiding potential here. Could also get unique technology from the castle if you didn't already, to get extra attack against buildings for the cavalry. What's up on the right hand side though? Hussars trying to raid here, doesn't quite succeed. There's not really any openings here for Menchobaba to enter, but that could be made with armbuy from Knosper Bacon, so never say never. Could be looking at some late game raids here for for Shikari in the Lithuanians pockets position. Let's see the resource disposition here as well, how they're looking here for the players. Gold seems to be an issue for Moin, actually. Whereas Ventureboa is floating a lots of gold here to spend on whatever might seem reasonable here in this matchup. What a massive run-in though with all these units here. Tough to tell who will win this, but I think these are elite Iron Buy against regular. No, both elite Iron Buy. But with Paladin's meat shield in front here, the purple Iron Buy could still focus down some of Nusper Bacon's numbers. Something is going on in the north as well though, but that's mainly Fingolfin relocating here, so nothing just yet. Full Halps and Hussar for Ventureboa, so that explains the gold situation for Ventureboa really. What's going on over here though? Rectus has found a way in here with Trebs to hit Diftom on the right hand side. Celts late game, their siege can be incredibly dangerous as well. With the unique technology, the siege will be granted 40% more hit points. And this full trash of Halberdiers and Elite Skirms will hold off the Trebs just long enough here for Rectus to get some nice Iron kills here and take out both the castle and the town center here with these 3 Trebs. Actually, pretty successful forward from Rectus from this side. Nospervekino with a ridiculous mass of elite Iron here is also contesting the paladin numbers of Moin now. Cavalier doesn't make sense here, absolutely not. That's true. Especially flying them into hell. Yeah, that's even worse. But honestly, elite Iron Buy, they would shred Cavalier and even Paladin. So I'm not. I can see how Knusperviken wants to focus on the skirms and save the units here, but these Iron Buy, they break through that gate in like the snap of fingers. You just break through and raid like crazy in Moin's Eco here. Even if it means losing all of your Iron Buy mass and you need to transition into something else, that's fine, because you want to deal damage. You need to get inside, like Ventureboa just did with Cavaliers and Hussars here. So Ventureboa is doing what I just told Knusperviken to do here. Is that an overchop or is it a palisade chopping through or something? How did that happen? No, it must have been the gate that was kept open here by one of the players. And now Ventureboa with some great raids here going to diminish those Wilder numbers of Moin like crazy here. Collected Wilder numbers of raiding party now below 100. No, soon below 100. And army numbers decent, but with no economy to re-establish and remass the units. Went in through the trade route. Ah, okay, I see. So that trade is what decides the game in the end. Where do they trade, by the way? Is it here or no? Okay, short trade route, I guess. That's a GG. That's a 1-0 for Shikari. After a apparently first try of a double castle Iron Buy for Knusperviken, from what I heard. Good evening, Ardolful 199. So let's just get back into the next game here as well. I'll be showing the stats well before moving on here. Moin with a very solid boom, but losing Fingolfin on the flank with the Turks and a less than successful fast imp did result in Fingolfin getting almost to the point of defeated. Did reboom, did get to 36 villagers high, but unfortunately Lithuanians and Burmese couldn't hold it on their own. Yeah, okay, so they practice it. That's cool. I see. Well, it worked out for you. Indeed. A little bit of trade profit for Shikari as well. Pretty good, impressive cast late timing for both Lithuanians and Khmer here. And, well, it gold in the end not helping out enough for Moin here with the massively strong paladins. I think, though, using the mobility of the paladins to try and get some raids in and focus the attention of Shikari in their respective home bases could have been a play for Raiding Party to buy Fingolf in time to get back into the game with Turks and maybe provide. I'm not even sure what. Camels, maybe. Yeah, I don't know. But they for sure needed Fingolfin back in the game.